just remembering in this moment that there is only one source, one love, one creative intelligence. I choose to call that God. Knowing that each one of us is one with that source. And as I speak these words for me, I also speak my word for you in this oneness. Remembering that despite appearances, everything is always turned for good. So in this time when some people have experienced flooding and have experienced damage to their property and home, remembering our friends at Center for Spiritual Living, knowing in this moment that despite what it looks like, that everything is turning to good. Envisioning the other side of this. Envisioning a beautiful center with new carpets and a new home. And each person that's been affected by this, knowing that they have everything made new again. In this moment, realizing that this is the time of year where we look at closing old chapters. Even maybe the last chapter of a book and starting a new one. Laying down our old stories, our old resentments, our old opinions, points of view, perceptions, and choosing again. Choosing again every day, every hour, perhaps each moment, choosing love, choosing forgiveness, remembering our wholeness, remembering that there is nothing missing, that we are a unique child of the divine, perfect, whole, and complete as is. So I remain grateful. I remain grateful for this life, for this time in history where so much is happening. And each one of us was born into this time on purpose, for a purpose. Knowing that each of us has a unique gift and talent and treasure to share with the world, to share with one another. So thankful we're here today in community. Knowing that Lucinda's talk is beautiful and with ease and grace. Knowing that each of us hears exactly what we need for that next step in our own personal evolution. As we celebrate the new year, we celebrate new choices, we celebrate new ways of being, knowing that goodness prevails. In this state of gratitude, I simply release my word, knowing it is powerful, it is active, that a prayer spoken is already a prayer answered, that every single thing that comes after this prayer is the answer to the prayer, despite what it looks like. So in this state of acceptance and surrender and grace, I simply release, knowing all is well. And together we say, and so it is. Amen. Amen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Lucinda Alton, and I am a prayer practitioner here at Mystic Heart. We want to welcome you. If you're new here this morning, we are an independent interfaith community that teaches universal principles and practical spirituality following the common threads of truth that run through all religions. Let our time together this morning lead you inward to the guidance and wisdom of your own mystic heart. So let's settle into the flow of Taizé this morning by joining our voices in musical prayer.
Welcome home to your mystic heart. Lay aside whatever came before. Let your own intuition start to guide you to heaven's door. Welcome home to your mystic heart. Lay aside whatever came before. Let your own intuition start to guide you to heaven's door. To guide you to heaven's door. To guide you to heaven's door. Still my mind, be at peace in my awakening. I release with my heart, free my soul. In my awakening, I
So take a deep, slow breath. Allow yourself to relax, letting go of anything that has come before this moment. Feel yourself relaxing into the chair. Allow yourself to feel the love, the peace that surrounds you. Lean into that feeling of love and feel how it feels to be loved. Now, take that feeling of love and feel it expanding, flowing outward from your heart to fill your entire body. Feel the love expanding beyond your body into the room, the building. Feel the love flowing through you to touch an ever-expanding area of connection. Your oneness with every being, the human beings, the animal beings, the rock and mineral beings, feel our connection to one another as we all expand outward. Feel the importance, the rightness of each of us in this place at this time. As we feel our oneness, we breathe in the peace and presence of Spirit. We sense the grace that fills, surrounds, and sustains us right now, knowing that these qualities guide and govern all that unfolds. As one human family, we acknowledge our personal responsibility and our role as caretakers in sacred service to one another, to all life forms, and to the planet that sustains us all. Take a minute here and just feel that connection. And know that that connection is always present. Even in the middle of the hectic days that we have sometimes, we are still always connected. This is our time of celebration and communion. In consciously establishing our connection with one another and with all beings, we empower our work here. Our prayer, meditation, and communion ripple out and touch lives in ways we may never know. Just breathe that in for a moment. Grounded in our oneness, we call to mind the theme for December. What are you waiting for? And today's contemplation, the choices in change. We are now in that time of the year when it is customary to review the year that is passing and contemplate the year ahead. When we look at the last year, it has certainly been interesting. So interesting, in fact, that it has sometimes been easy to forget to just stop and breathe. The world has been in a state of change. Not just last year, but for a few years now. What does this mean for us? Life moves at a pretty fast. Now, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Ferris Bueller. We can remember to stop and look around our world today. In a world where it can sometimes feel like madness reigns supreme, we can take the time to notice the good things in our lives. We can choose to take a walk in nature. We can make a gratitude list. How many good things can you find to notice? And we can look at where we are now and what changes we'd like to see in our lives. For the last several years, I've been choosing a word to use as a kind of a guide for the next year. For the last couple of years, I've chosen the word abundance, in part because I was uncomfortable with the word abundance. Recently, doing some of my homework, I came across the word intentionality, and it stopped me cold. One of the things I've been working on doing in abundance, work with the word abundance, is affirmations about different areas of my life. But that no longer fits. For 2026, I will be focusing on intentionality. Living my life with intention and prayer. I'd like to add to something I said earlier in the things that we can do. There's a sign that's out that I'd like to get for myself. It says, but first, prayer. I would love to have that. And I will. Unity calls this word your word of intention for the year. On their website, they say, we encourage you to choose a word of intention to hold in the months ahead and envision it lightening up your life throughout the year. This is not the same as thinking, wishing, or setting a resolution. It's about opening yourself to divine guidance as you move forward. They list a few suggestions such as joy, prosperity, strength, change, health, and love. Their suggestion is to be still and listen. Because when we do that, when we open to that small voice within, the answer always comes. They make a point of saying, even if your word does not seem to make sense for your life right now, trust in divine guidance you are receiving. You may be surprised how meaningful it becomes as the year unfolds. There have been times when I've stopped to ask myself if action or a line of thought was in line with my word and it's helped. And sometimes the answer's been no. When I liked what I found on a website called Inspired and Empowered Living, having a word for the year helps you create clarity and intention. Your word helps you set a clear, energetic tone for the year. It aligns you with your goals and supports your soul's desires, whether in business, relationships, or personal growth. It brings you back to center. When life feels chaotic, your word can be a grounding force. Instead of feeling lost, you can realign with your chosen intention and take inspired action from a place of clarity. So I always keep my word somewhere I'm going to see it. Because sometimes things get busy or they get chaotic, and being able to see that word brings me back into a line with my thoughts and feelings and how I feel about things, and with the divine guidance that I've received through these words. Encourages a soul-led decision-making. Choosing your word from your heart, soul, and intuition rather than your ego or mind ensures that it deeply resonates with you. This allows you to lead with authenticity rather than external expectations. So right now we're going to have a moment of guided meditation.
If you haven't already done so, please close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and slowly release it. Feel yourself relaxing. Allowing the chair to take your weight. Feeling your scalp relax, your face, your ears, your jaw, your shoulders. Feel your arms relaxing as you continue to allow the chair to support you. Your back relaxes as you allow the tension to leave your body. And you bring yourself into this perfect moment. Allow your mind to flow back over the past year. What have you been happy with? Where would you like to see improvement in the coming year. Choose one word that feels like it would help you focus on this improvement in 2026. Let's take 3 minutes to contemplate this word of our year. Begin now to return your mind to the room. And as you do, know that you are loved and supported. Allow yourself to accept love and support into all areas of your life.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here to the present moment, here to a new beginning here. And I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. 'Cause here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul.
So let's close in prayer. There is one creative, always present, abundant source of everything that I see, touch, feel, hear, taste. And I know that that energy of that source also flows through me and each one here. Knowing that that source, God, lives within me, I know that I am loved and supported in every choice that I make. And I know that the changes that take place in my life are in my highest and greatest interest. and in the highest and greatest interest of all of those concerned. I keep in mind that I don't have to know how changes will take place. God knows many paths to change that are beyond my sight. And so I relax knowing that the God within has this. With deep gratitude for all of the blessings in my life, I say thank you, Father, Mother, God, and so it is. Amen. Bringing our awareness back into this space, we open our eyes. Take a look at who's celebrating with you this morning. This is your spiritual family, one of your support systems. These are some of the people who care about you, who are there for you if you need anything. As we close our Taizé meditation, we offer the opportunity for you to share of your financial good in support of the work that we do, should you choose to do so. If you're joining us online, you can find a donate button and our mailing address at mysticheart.org. We are an independent, self-sustaining organization, so we depend on your generous gifts of support. As we support Mystic Heart Gathering Place by joining in the sacred practice of circulation, please enjoy Zaharia Grace.
Truth is found. I am action of love, not feeling, soars. I am the pure potential of self, not becoming, being. I am not born, I do not end. I do not rise, I do not fall. I am the space where all appears and disappears. No face to defend, no past to explain, no future to earn, no loss, no gain. I am the ground of freedom, I am the open door, I am the silence singing, I am forevermore. I am the truth before words, I am the fire, the flame, I am, this is the truth now, I am, this is the truth.
In this one precious moment, I take this moment to say thank you. Thank you for the gifts of service. Thank you for the gifts of love. And thank you for the support of Mystic Heart as we go about one of our missions of feeding the world. And so I just say thank you for everything. Father, Mother, God, and so it is. Amen. Thank you. And if you guys are planning on staying with us for the second service, we've got coffee, tea, things in the background, and we have an Italian lunch today. If you are carrying on with your day, we bless you on with your day, knowing that you are safe as you go about your journey. Thank you.
And my meatballs are amazing, so don't miss them. May your soul always find what it's looking for. May your heart always lead the way. May you live in peace and harmony. And may love always fill your day. May your path be strewn with happiness. May success find you everywhere. May you always embrace compassion and grace. And may God always answer your prayers. May you always embrace compassion and grace. And may God always answer your prayers.
God bless you. Have a beautiful day. I hope to see you back at 10:30.
Right here, right now, recognizing the presence, knowing that it is good, it is joy, it is love, it is goodness itself. And each one of us, being one with Spirit, are also goodness itself, already whole, already perfect and complete. a divine idea, unique, individualized as the one source. Knowing that as we go about our lives, as we go about our day, as we go about making each choice in every moment, that we are the activity of the one divine mind. We are how Spirit shows up in the world. It is our privilege to be that, to do that. So as we show up and engage in community, we get to serve. We get to serve one another and the greater good as that divine presence. I'm so grateful to be here today to hear what Lucinda is pointing to for us. And as we pay attention to that pointer, becoming ever closer to what Spirit has in mind for us as we listen, as we surrender, as we accept our divine good. So in this grateful space and this grace-filled space, I simply release, knowing it is already so. And together we say, and so it is. Amen.
Good morning and welcome back.
Good morning.
If you're new with us here this morning, my name is Lucinda Alton and I am a prayer practitioner for Mystic Heart Spiritual Center. We are an independent, interfaith community that teaches universal principles and practical spirituality, following the common threads of truth that run through the world's traditions. I pray that this morning you are discovering the guidance and the wisdom of your own mystic heart. So let's go ahead and start with some opening music to get us going.
Welcome to the Mystic Heart. Join the celebration. Lift your voice and sing your part. Make this affirmation. Spirit made us family with loving hearts to share. Together we are joyfully practicing the possible through prayer.
And everything's possible.
So welcome to the Mystic Heart. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
All right, this month we've been doing Peace Like a River, throwing a little bluegrassy stuff in there. I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got love like an ocean, I've got love like an ocean, got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got love like an ocean, I've got love like an ocean, got love like an ocean in my soul. Did you take lead, Chris? Did you take lead, Chris, or both of you, whatever?
I've got
My
joy
voice is
like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got faith like a mountain. I've got faith like a mountain. Got faith like a mountain in my soul. I've got faith like a mountain. I've got faith like a mountain. I've got faith like a mountain in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul.
Awesome way to get blood flowing and get the spirit moving within. So please let us join our conversation right by joining in the sacred practice of envisioning a love-soaked world. Please feel free to close your eyes and join me as we enter the imaginal realm together, finding ourselves in a world where all humans are living from their deepest wisdom and generosity, their most loving nature, the thoughtful impact of their thoughts, words, and actions have on one another, on the community, and on the planet. This is a world without greed, where there is abundance in having enough, where all needs are met gracefully and easily, where each person has a personal awareness and stake in the health and vitality of Gaia, our beautiful home. A world where, because of the efforts of each one, there is plenty of healthy food readily available to eat, fresh air to breathe, and clean water to drink, and where all other beings on the planet, animal, fish, birds, have the same, where warm, comfortable, and affordable housing is a given,
Yes.
where all beings feel a sense of safety, belonging, and contribution, where mental, physical health, education, and healthy relationships are ensured by social systems grounded in integrity, honesty, and wholeness.
And so it is.
A world where children are celebrated as the unique individuals that they are, where from a young age they are encouraged and guided to make choices based on their own preferences. A world where children aren't taught what to think and how to act, but instead are encouraged to explore all information available and make informed choices. We live in a world where all beings work and play at whatever feeds their soul and are well compensated for their service, are all valued and respected for their inherent goodness. Authenticity and vulnerability are not only welcomed, but celebrated.
Yes.
The peace we cultivate within ourselves shows up as a world free of violence, hatred, or indifference. The love that we are here to share in is given freely to whomever our hearts are called to love. We've moved beyond all lines of separation and live as one human family, caring for one beautiful planet with the reverence she deserves. By the power of our collective intention, powerful imagining, and inspired action, we have undergone an amazing transformation. We are living in a world that works for all beings. Giving no power to appearances, we live according to our highest aspirations. We do not lower our vision no matter what the world may say. We are at peace with our families, friends, neighbors, and other nations. This community stands as an open and welcoming space for all who seek support, belonging, and a sense of family. It redefines church as a place of self-discovery, authenticity, kindness, radical inclusion, and love, as we are guided to the truth that lies within every heart. Giving thanks for the beauty of our world and trusting that a prayer spoken and deeply felt is a prayer answered. My word is acted upon here and now. In full acceptance and great joy, and with the deepest humility, I release this prayer to the one who gets it done. And so it is. Amen. Just imagine that energy is now sent out in the world and it cannot be taken back. So if you were here for Taizé, you'll remember that we spent time contemplating, reviewing our year, and making some choices for the new year. We also talked about some things when we need to kind of step back and take a breath, some things that we can do. Going for walks in nature, praying, doing our spiritual practices. So let's talk about choices and changes. If you were here this morning, what word came up for you and why is it important to you? Mindy.
Health came up for me.
Okay.
And I thought health, but it was so multidimensional. It was health in body, but spirit, emotions, relationships, financial relationships, our home, health. It was just seemed like an all-consuming type of thing. And using the word health gave it such a positive feel, as opposed to saying just abundance. Like, okay, that kind of went, okay, when I say abundance, I go think, okay, well,
It's a bit nebulous.
But when the word health came to me, I just felt my energy go up, and I thought, well, yeah, it's life-giving, and it could be on all fronts, so
I
that
like
felt
that.
really good for me.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. For me, it was fearlessness.
Fearlessness?
Yes.
Cool.
We have a house that we live in a neighborhood we really like. It's like 5-minute drive from here. And it's, but there are major, the house is built in, what, 87. I guess probably built in 86, sold in 87. And everything needs remodeling. And I got a fair amount of skills in some of this stuff, but like the irrigation system is a total mess and it's always breaking down. And I'm gonna have to rebuild. I'm afraid
He's going to have a lot of work.
to just jump in there and do stuff that's gonna be over my head, and I can't, anyway.
Yeah.
But I know I can do it, but it's, at least I hope I can.
Well, there'll be
But,
support.
There'll be,
Get
yeah.
the technical people
Yeah.
to help too, so.
So, and trying to, it's, our life has been kind of consumed with this, and I'd like to become more involved with, the spiritual community and singing, that sort of thing, and learning to read music and stuff. And that's what I want to spend my time on, not monkey wrenching the irrigation system in the house. So, and I'm just, so anyway, it's
Okay.
just giving myself a kick in the butt, say, you can do this, and without devoting my life to it,
Okay.
that type of thing. So,
Cool. Well, we know that all is well, right here in the present time, appearances aside.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you.
With
Henry.
that have being said, balance.
Mhm.
And because I'm pretty OCD and I always want to bring my project to completion right now. I have
I can
no
identify
patience.
with that, yeah.
So what I'm learning is that, okay, make a commitment to 1 hour of this,
Mm.
no matter what. And no matter what anybody says, that's my space and time, just to do just that. And to feel good that I just did just that.
Mhm.
Because I'm doing stuff like, I mean, I got a lot of broken bones and torn ligaments and tendons. But I'm learning to just like go slow. And it's slowly getting done. And I'm literally hauling bricks and huge rocks and I'm rolling them because I can't get any help, So I'm just like, okay, then I'm just gonna do it because that's just how I am. And I'm figuring it out as I go. And I'm being able to let go. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna get rid of that stuff right there. And then I'm gonna get away from it because it stinks out there. It's gross.
Yeah.
And then just go do something that's easy.
Mhm.
And then allow my body to rest. Because it's like my body's not used to this. I'm used to being able to just blow it all out and get it done. But because of all my injuries, I'm like, I hit a wall after about 30 minutes. I'm like, done. So it's like sometimes just letting go and letting God and being okay with the way that it is and the way that it's not. And having a vision of lots and lots and lots of flowers everywhere and vegetables and I just can't wait to grow things, but it's like
Yeah.
I got crabgrass all the way to China that it's a nightmare. It's a whole other world out there in the garden. It's true. And I was just thinking with the drip system,
Yeah.
maybe we could help each other out,
Well,
like
that-
the,
it's a lot of pick and shovel work, actually.
I know, I know.
It's, I exhausted myself this summer doing that.
yeah, a lot of flooding
But it's-
where we are.
It's, and the soil there, it was farmland, and it's just,
Nice.
it's really, really compacted, and
Oh.
I couldn't even, you can't even use a shovel. You gotta get in there with a pickaxe and a breaker bar just to loosen it up. And so it major job, but anyway, but we sort of, we would like to have some raised beds and things like that ultimately, and get rid of more of the lawn.
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Okay.
Anyway.
But balance,
So-
just creating balance.
Balance
Cool.
is good.
Mind, body, spirit.
Mhm.
And starting out with prayer.
Yes.
Barbara?
You know, I hearing what you all are sharing, we're kind of in the same transition. Transition, I think, is the word for me that I am, that
Cool.
is just coming through. And I've got that
Transition.
nervous energy of wanting it done now.
Yes.
You know, and seeing the transition with relaxation within that. Learning to relax and let it expand how it should be without trying to force it and get it done in this moment for what I foresee, you know, as well, and what I want.
Mm-hmm.
I think they will coincide, but I just need to cool my jets and let it happen, you know. But within that space also keep forward motion,
Yeah.
you know. Lots of, what I'm hearing, lots of transition within people right now in this
Right.
time, what's happening with,
Yeah.
especially what happened recently, you know.
Yeah, I think that's a good word worldwide, actually, is transition.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
trying to do that in grace
Good.
and not too much zings.
But keep in mind that God within knows all the answers.
Patience.
Yeah.
Thank you. And prayer.
And prayer.
And prayer.
Absolutely. Sheree.
That was all. So the word that came to mind for me was success. Normally
Cool.
success in my mind is more, I don't know, like sort of sounds like, I don't know, like self-serving, I guess. And I was in a training recently because I've been wanting to hone my practitioner skills and also provide spiritual coaching to the greater Reading area. So I was in this advanced course and they gave a definition of success that was doing what you say you're going to do when you're going to do it with focus, ease, and clarity. And I was like, yes, I can get around that definition of success.
Yes.
And so that really just resonated with me so much. And that vision of, you know, creating that demand for spiritual, you know, that spiritual aspect that we train to, not only in our own home, our own congregation, but
Right.
the greater Reading area. And I've allowed my, I think just my own, you know, belief in myself to tell myself stories of how I can't be successful in that, right? So I just really, when that word came up, I'm like, oh, okay, spirit. You know, like, you know when you need, like, you need to listen, and you know when you need to take it in. And
Right.
yeah, it felt really good. Thank you
And-
for this talk, and thank you
Oh,
for that.
thank you.
Yeah.
And sometimes for some of us, you know, when you really internally know when you should just get out of the way.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah. So, Pamela?
Just when she said that, I thought of integrity, you know, and a lot of us have a tendency to have more integrity towards other people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being your word
Absolutely.
and doing what you
Yeah.
say you're gonna do, but then not having integrity
Yeah.
for ourselves,
Right.
which is so important, because
Right.
if we don't love ourselves and take care of ourselves first, we're not gonna have it to give to others. So it's important to fill yourself back up when your cup is empty.
Thank you for
Yeah.
that reminder, Pamela. You're welcome.
That's a good reminder.
Marsh?
I was just gonna say thank you also, because that's definitely true with me. If there's a project that I've got I am more likely to have someone join me because I will work harder for someone else than I will for myself. So I really relate to what you're saying there.
That's why we need each other.
But my word, I guess, would be what everyone else has touched on, which is let go and stop trying to steer the boat. And / trust, because that's what's required to let go. So,
Yeah, trust is huge.
yes, yes.
Yeah. Very much so. Okay. When I went looking for material for this talk, I searched for choice and change, but the results tended to come back with 3 C words: choice, change, and chance. So you make a choice to take a chance in order to change. And it's easy to think, oh, I want to invite change into my life, without stopping to think, well, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to have to make some choices. And I can't leave them up to everybody else. I'm actually going to have to do this work myself. And so that means some conscious thinking about where I am and where I'm going. So you make a choice to take a chance in order to change. What do you think is meant by this statement? And what does it mean to you? Marsh?
I think I might add a C word, courage, to go along with those.
Absolutely. I love that. Courage.
I remember Reverend Diana, when she was first counseling me, said that when you ask the universe, God, for change, look out.
Yep.
And as she put it, I'm not talking about angels coming down with trumpets and rainbows. I mean, look out, because it's going to be way painful before it gets better. And that's another part sometimes where courage can come in.
Well, and sometimes it's good to say gentle
Yeah.
change. It all happens gently, it flows freely. Yeah, I've done that thing where I just said, we're going to make this change right now.
Yeah.
Cherie?
Yeah, I kind of had a prayer one time that was like a bring it on sort of prayer. And I'm like, oh, be careful.
Never tell God, bring it on.
So I always add grace and ease. Yes, to every change. Yes. Yeah.
Like effect, right?
YouTube's a big help when you sort of kind of, but not really know how to do something, you know? So
It's so true.
so you can go, you can find, you gotta choose who to pick. That sort of thing. When you're about to commit yourself to a line of work and how to do something, you know, say build a wall or something like that, you know. There's a right way and there's a sort of okay way and it's just wrong. You can find all of that on YouTube. So, but it's amazing. You can, even if you've never done a lot of things, you can, if you parse the choices, you can do things that you've never done before.
Yeah.
I was just going to circle back to the question I didn't really answer. I think a lot of times we want something in our life, but we don't really even make the choice. So that initial choosing is really important. And I loved what you were saying about it, is you making the choice, because if you don't, there are others or circumstances that will make it for you.
Yes.
You know, including spirit, right?
Yes.
Because spirit's drawing us to our highest and best. And the more we hide and ignore and, you know, procrastinate what that is, it becomes more painful. Like Michael Beckwith is, you're pulled by a vision, you're pushed by pain until you're pulled by a vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And then that chance, taking a chance, because the comfort thing.
Yes. Yes.
I love to be comfortable.
And all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is a great sweet spot in my life right now. Do I really have to step into something more? And so taking that chance that things might get more difficult before they actually get better. That's another, just stepping into that choice.
Yeah, and the thing is, a lot of times when the pressure's there to make a change or to do something, and you're going, no, I'm comfortable like this, I don't want to do that, the pressure just starts building up. Because I can remember a time when I was absolutely not ever in this lifetime even going to consider going into ministerial training. No way, no how.
And we weren't going to get you up on the podium.
Oh, no. So God has this way of helping you to make changes in a good way, because being stuck is not a healthy thing either. So, any other thoughts on that one? Okay. Anais Nin said, life is a process of becoming, a combination of states we have to go through. Where people fail is that they wish to elect a state and remain in it. This is a kind of death. What does this mean to you, and do you agree? Marsh.
I mean, I think the overarching reason that we're here is to learn and to take it to the next level and help other people do the same. So, yeah, I think stagnation is death if you look at it that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sheree?
I think that especially if we have felt like we've grown a lot,
Mm-hmm.
then we can even get, like stuck up about it. Like, oh, I'm a place I never thought I would be, so this is it. This is the peak, And, how they talk about like false summits? It's like that. You're like, oh, I'm nowhere. I get there and I'm nowhere because there's always the evolution, there's always growth.
You never finished.
Right.
Not
That's
like a
right.
cruise,
Yeah.
That's kind of a spiritual dead end, or,
Yeah.
You're a low flyer.
Yes.
Not a high flyer.
Yes, that's so true.
Y'all ever get the feeling God does have a sense of humor?
Yes.
Pamela?
I call it going through the burn so you can learn. You have to go through the burn so you can learn. And yeah, like you were talking about those peaks and stuff, and it's just like you get to another point and you're like, I don't want to be here. Like, but that's where you're learning. That's where you're being humbled. That's where you're learning to be grateful for what you do have and not what you don't have anymore. Gratitude is everything. Awareness, widening your lens.
Yeah.
Particularly when you get older, it's the physical decline is inevitable.
The humility of it,
Yeah.
yeah.
The humility of it, yeah, really.
And then just being able to let go of material things and enjoy nature and just be grateful for every precious present moment that we have with each other.
Yes.
And animals, they make life more splendid. Animals and children, best things ever.
Wendy?
I think sort of a continuation of what you've all been saying. What came to me was at this sort of point in my life, I'm seeming to appreciate more simplicity
Mm-hmm.
and honing in more on an experience or even seeing something and really being present with it rather than just sort of, oh yeah, that's really cool.
Yes.
Even looking at a picture, or in a book, you're looking at different pictures. And I just really want to sort of be drawn in and study it for a while and sort of go into it. And that's an interesting change I've noticed, rather than maybe at this stage in my life as opposed to on to the next thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's such a rich feeling to be involved in the simplicity of things and appreciating them.
Yeah.
I guess that's part of the mindfulness thing too.
Absolutely.
You can really experience the richness. Because I find if I don't stop and appreciate, the world just keeps going on, and there's always lots of cool things out there.
Yes, there is.
And so that's sort of coming more for me at this stage anyway.
Be here now.
Simplicity. Yeah, be here now. Simplicity is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Barbara.
I just love those words. You said the richness. Like
Yes.
there's such a richness of life and the simplicity of life right now. You know, it just feels very full in the smallest things.
Oh,
and,
good.
You know. And a while back, Cherie, you said something that just really honed into me. And it's I'm trying to apply it, but being in the solution of a problem can be an exciting prospect. You know, if you can find that piece of moment and then say, there is a solution, or I will find it, and working towards that. You know, it's just, it just brings such a smooth layer into a transition, you know, that could be, that will be, you know, possibilities of ups and downs, but having that space inside to see the solution to a problem has just been really helped me in these few times. And you stated it one time, and it always stuck with me. And it is exciting, you know.
Oh, I do like that.
So, thank
As
you.
opposed to, it's like, oh, I have this problem. What's the solution? It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm in the solution. I'm excited. It's something different. And something maybe different is unfolding. So it is quite a different feel.
Yeah, sometimes we can get to a place where we want to go, God, I need change. I want you to change things for me. But I don't want to step outside of my comfort zone. So you have to change things around me as I work my way into it. But I don't want to do too much change personally myself. You know.
Like change someone else for me?
Is that everyone else? So,
And then wherever we go, there we are.
yeah, there is that one, isn't there?
Yeah.
At least you can laugh about it.
That's true.
If you can't laugh, you're screwed. That's what my grandpa used to say.
Yeah. Mush.
I think you hear so many stories of people going through excruciatingly painful life experiences and coming out the other side changed for the better. And so I found myself saying a prayer or something to the effect of, please help me change, but don't hurt me.
That's good.
And it's a similar kind of thing.
Yes.
And unfortunately, sometimes you can't have one without the other. So,
Well, sometimes we have to get a little bit uncomfortable in order to step out of our comfort zone. Bob?
Well, it's 7 years ago that I retired. I worked till I was 70. So, if I didn't change, working was gonna hurt me. The gravity got stronger. Picking up tools and things.
Yeah.
How did that get heavier? And I also had to change to get that vision of retirement. When you're working on, you're like, oh, I have my bags packed and go to Margaritaville, sit on the beach with an umbrella drink. Then what do? You get sunburned. So decided when I did retire to slow down and the simpler things is peaceful and restful, like even the book club on Tuesday, and the wellness on Thursday, and there's other classes that if there's homework involved, I kind of stay away from. That's my way of slowing down, even though I did take a few courses with the homework, but it's good for a person. So, I'm content, just helping other people with the mystic heart maintenance with the heart, we call it. There's a few of the guys on our maintenance team. We help out what we can, but we know that our limitations is that gravity is stronger. I think
Most
God
of the
does
time,
that.
yeah. Okay, thank you. I think we're getting a little bit off topic here. So, Miley?
What I'm hearing in this quote, I was just, when you're saying elect to state, remaining in it, I'm just hearing, kind of leaning into each phase of life and the beauty and potential that lives there, because we're always changing. It's like there's no way that we can stay the same. We're not going to stay young forever. But I feel like there's so much emphasis, especially in our culture, in staying young and what are you contributing to the world, what did you do for work? But then there's so much value in like the untapped potential of the children and the wisdom of the elder, and I just see like there's so much beauty and potential in every phase. And so learning to accept and flow into that and building on the entirety of the life that we've lived, and then bringing it all together and integrating it and not being afraid of that change, because everything is always changing and everything is a culmination of what we've lived before. So I'm just hearing like a lot of people will be like, okay, I did that, I retired, and then I'm done. You
Yeah.
know? And I hear in all of you, some of you talking about being in a different phase of life, and I'm just hearing like it is deepening growth. It's quieting
Yes.
down. And that inspires me that you all are embracing that change in that next phase, instead of what so many people do. We work with the older population, and so many people are just done. You know, they're not contributing, or they're sitting alone in their house and just so sad. But there's such a huge difference in those who are leaning into each phase.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's coming to mind for me.
Yeah. Thank you.
Beautiful, thank you.
Okay. So in Way of the Peaceful Warrior, Dan Millman quoted Socrates as saying, "The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new." What does this mean? And why do you think it's important? Wendy?
I like the building the new, but the old can sure hold you in control. And so it's trying to, I guess, see the qualities of the new. Although sometimes I find looking at the qualities of the old and saying what gave me joy, what qualities were there in the old, and sort of get that clarity, and how can I create those type of qualities in the new, something that gives me the same richness as we've talked about, and things like that. So.
Okay. Thank you. Cherie?
I like that. That's a neat way to look at it, because you're just going for the quality, the feeling of what that was, and that can help you move on from the old to the new in that same quality that you're nurturing in yourself and in your life. I think that's beautiful. I think there's also a lot of the idea, I mean, I love that book, of, you know, when we're wanting to manifest something in our lives, is focusing on that new thing. the more we look behind us, the more we don't let go of what's been in the past, we can't make room,
Exactly.
for new.
Yeah. I like your point about you need to make room, because so many times we don't want to let go of all that other stuff because it's so comfortable, or I was so happy. But at some point, you get so stuck you don't know how to be happy anymore. So, that's a good point. Anyone else? Okay. My last thing that I wanted to talk about. Viktor Frankl said, everything can be taken from a man but one thing. The last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. So why is this important to us going into the new year? How would it affect our choices when we think about whatever's going on in the world, whatever's going on out in the world is going on. And I'm not going to be able to just say, please change things, and everything out there changes. So with Viktor Frankl's words, you change your attitude toward it. So how does this affect us as we're going into 2026?
Well, we're on the point of, we just about lost democracy here, and that really upsets me. And the tendency is to just give up and say, to hell with it, I'm just going to work for myself and Wendy, and just let the country go to the dogs if we're that stupid, to let that happen, and get really bitter about it. But you don't want to do that. You want to be involved in some way, and Viktor Frankl, I can't remember the name of this famous book now, but it's I've read it twice actually, but a long time ago. And he survived. He wrote his magnum opus while he was in a Nazi extermination camp, and it was taken away from him when he was I guess forced there, and he wrote it. He rewrote it while he was there, bits of scraps of paper, and hid it and so forth. And Man's Search for Meaning, I believe it is.
Yeah, that's what it
That's
is.
it. That's it. And but he chose to. He said I guess the majority of people died just because they just gave up.
Yeah.
And he managed to survive. I forget how long, but an inordinately long period of time.
Yes, it was.
And managed to complete and publish his book, and what was his? I forget his logotherapy, and he popularized that particular approach to psychological well-being and so forth. So.
Well, he exemplified the
exemplified
attitude.
that attitude thing, basically, And that, anyway, so that was my point, in a roundabout, rambling sort of way.
Cherie.
That's so inspiring too, because, to be in that, surrounded by that much despair and death, and just so hard, even reading so much about it, to just get my mind around that it happened, that's things like that happen. And if he can be looking at, I have a choice in attitude while experiencing something so heinous, then I'm like, why can't I? Like,
Yeah.
why can't I start out my day going, whatever it is in the world or whatever it is in my life, why can't I bring my best attitude to whatever it is at all times? And it's funny in this society how I can sometimes forget that, even in just, being at Costco. And like, okay, no one's yielding their cart. We're all gonna run into each other, and it's just like, you know what? I don't have to be somewhere at a certain time. If I stop and wait and 5 carts pass me, what is that to me? And maybe people are very busy and will appreciate that. Like, just reminding myself constantly that I can show up however I choose. And I'm gonna make someone else's day brighter and better.
Yes.
Yeah. And then there's too the thing that you can change the energy
Yeah.
just by bringing your own calm and your own peace and bringing that love.
I was like that one time at Costco, and I went up and decided to taste something at this lady's thing. And she looked at me and said, "You're surrounded by light." And I was like, "Thank you." And I walked away going, well, I didn't expect that kind of affirmation of how I'm showing up, but that was amazing.
That was pretty cool.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
I see that in you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Barbara.
Let me see if I can gather my thoughts real quick. Listening to your words about democracy and the further outside things that could be swirling around us, and it brings me to despair too at times, And then I see our community come together and bringing it back home here, and I see it working so well. I see it working so well in these small spaces that gives me so much hope, and that's what we model it on. Even when we don't want to, if we're grumbling a little bit, we still put our boots on and we do it. We can feel those things. Even it's not always flowers and roses when we're being of service. It can be shitty and other things too, but we still put our boots on, we do it. And I see these communities working together in those little pokey places too, and we still work it through, and I see it working. And we come together and we help, and we do, even when it's hard, and I see where it's working within our community and our surrounding spaces, and that gives me so much hope, how we pull together in times of need and distress and in joy and in love. In all those spaces. And that just gives me great hope.
The human family.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
I must say that this particular group, the saying in the Bible, how the only way that you can get to heaven is through the eye of a needle. And we pray and we meditate, and that's the etheric realm. And that's how we get to heaven, right here inside of ourselves. Just through prayer meditation. And this is the beauty of this group for me. It always grounds me, and I always feel better. So thank you guys for being here. I'm so grateful for this group of people. You're so beautiful. All of you.
Well, I think the Nazi Germany, and particularly the book, the Book Thief, if you're familiar with that book, it's about people who didn't buy into fascism and Nazism and so forth. And there were lots of people in Germany who didn't, and they had to go below the radar because if you didn't toe the line, you just went to you were murdered or sent to an extermination camp, that sort of thing.
I
But
do fly under
ju-
the
just
radar
think
a
of-
lot.
Just think of all the years, and that started in 1932. And
Yeah.
he was legally elected, you know, it's just, it boggles, you know, it didn't end until 1945. And, but in the end, it was defeated at great cost, and this too will pass, you know. Seems to be nearly a worldwide situation now, but it's again, I'll get off topic too much if I go any further, but anyway, it's.
Speak louder so people can
Oh,
hear you, please.
yeah, I don't want to get too far off topic, but it's, but there's every reason to hope. And I think one of the peculiar things about that's really different now is my degree is in wildlife biology. I've got other degrees too. I won't go into that, but if nothing else, impending environmental collapse will force us to survive by helping each other. And you know, we can't sustain an economy of greed here or in Russia or in China without an acceleration of that process. And people will wake up when the suffering gets bad enough.
And it's going to.
It will. We cannot let a cabal of billionaires run the world for their own personal gain. And it's all about we, not I. You know. Anyway, that's.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned being a biologist, because like when I was a kid, I ran around pretty much half naked and barefooted and out in the woods all my life, connected to nature. One of the things I have really noticed is the ozone layer and how high it used to be and now how close it is to the earth now. And that kind of makes me wonder, like, what's going to happen to the earth? What's going to happen to the universe? What's going to happen to the people? I mean, there have been catastrophic things that happen, and Mother Earth is going to rebel.
Well, what's happened already, I mean, I've seen this in the last 25 years. I can remember when we moved into our first house, this is the second house. We used to have, and I'm sure all of you have noticed this, there used to be all kinds of bugs around the lights and so forth and everything, all these insects and so forth. And that's kind of, and then you bitch about all they get inside and you gotta clean them out and all this sort of stuff. Have you noticed that how there's hardly any bugs around lights anymore? The insect population's crashing. That's one of the world, I mean, songbirds, passerine birds are crashing. There's less than half what there was 30 years ago. And the vultures are doing pretty good, you know. And ducks and geese are, thanks to organizations like Ducks Unlimited and California Waterfowl and similar organizations, because they're the money.
Look what they've done to the salmon.
What's that?
The salmon and
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I don't mean to interrupt, but we should give it back to Lucinda.
Well, I was just going to say, so what we need to remember
This
is
one of my big failures. That's-
prayer.
Thank you for interrupting.
What we
You're
need to
totally
remember
good.
first is prayer. The best thing to help Mother Earth is doing our own spiritual practices, because the more we do that, the more energy we send out in healing instead of in anything else. Miley, you had a comment?
Just a quick one. When you were saying that quote, I was just envisioning that we all hold our own light. You know?
Yeah.
And like, regardless of what everyone else around us is bringing to the table, I always remind the children, I'm like, you hold your own energy. Nobody can take that away from you unless you give up your own power, because we are powerful creative beings. So we can spread that light by creating that energy around us. And so just holding our light, remembering that it can spread, and like you were saying, Cherie, like just being loving and like not reflecting those the attitude and
Okay. Marsh.
On the idea of the fact that the U.S. and the rest of the world are not in a good place right now necessarily, it takes that, unfortunately, to bring you to a spiritual place. Just look at your own life. You know, when things are going swimmingly, maybe you're not thinking about church, and when everything falls absolutely apart, everything that you thought was real isn't there anymore, you find yourself in church or someplace like that, or find yourself in a spiritual place, because at some point, that's all that's left. And even folks that are not inclined that way, they have been surprising the heck out of me with what they're espousing these days. But in the bigger picture, you can't have, this whole world can't be a big kumbaya thing without, oh my God, issues first and things to drive us there. And that's what's going on now. You know, I mean, the big picture, looking back, you know, being able to look back on this in 100 years, if I'm not as worried about the planet as I am about humanity. I mean, the planet has shaken off at least, 4 or 5 different species of humans over the years. And still
Yeah.
did just fine, thank you. And I think it reaches a point where it's like, okay, enough of you. And it's happening now. I mean, we're seeing it right now with climate and with just all of that. But my point is, you can't have one without the other. It's just how we're set up here in this crazy world. You can call it yin and yang, you can call it whatever you want, but, you know, birth doesn't happen without pain, and a rebirth doesn't happen without pain, and you don't have to use the word pain, but discomfort and anything else you want to come up with. You know, again, what's your attitude? My attitude is, yeah, this is horrible. Again, keeping your own inner light, but this is also necessary if we're supposed to get to that sort of magic place that we are thinking we might be heading towards. Yeah, I mean, this nonsense, this stuff that you look at and go, how can this even be happening, has to happen in order for us to get to the other side.
Absolutely. Look at Native people all over the world. I don't care whether you're talking about the Klamath Indians, or the Australia Aborigines, or the Andaman Islanders, or wherever. That's about 1% of the population. They've never bought into this, and they're just as smart as anyone else. But they see this as craziness, competing on the basis of ego, wealth, and short-term gain, and so that we're going to learn that lesson one way or another.
Oh, yeah.
Our choice is how painful do we want it to be.
Yeah.
You know?
It's going to get worse, I'm afraid. But
Yeah.
You know what, you were,
Well, I think that the most important thing is for us to maintain an awareness that one of the most important things is faith. Yeah, appearances can sometimes be a little rough, but there's a plan. There has to be a plan. Things just don't fall into place so nicely without some kind of a master plan somewhere. And so faith that everything's going to fall in good, and faith that God's got this. If the God within for each one of us has got this. So,
the
Pamela.
word metamorphosis keeps coming up for me. Faith, love, and metamorphosis. Like there should be a song about that, because we are constantly changing and evolving, and we have to accept that no matter what.
We are spiritual beings having a human experience. So if we're not automatons, we have to have free will, because if there's only one and we're manifestations of it, we have to have the ability to make mistakes, even really bad mistakes, and because in the end we'll figure it out. It's
And letting go of attachments.
Okay.
yeah.
So I think it's about time for us to wrap this up. Are there any other final comments that are bursting to get out? Okay, so I'm going to close us with a prayer. I know you guys have heard this before, but I thought this is the perfect thing to end 2025 with. So, my heart fills with loving kindness. I love myself. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be peaceful. May I be free. May all beings in my vicinity be happy. May they all be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all beings in my city be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all beings in my state be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all beings in my country be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all beings on my continent be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all beings in my hemisphere be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all beings on planet Earth be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May my parents be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all my friends be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all of my enemies be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all beings in the universe be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. If I've hurt anyone, knowingly or unknowingly, in thought, word, or deed, I ask for their forgiveness. If anyone has hurt me, knowingly or unknowingly, in thought, word, or deed, I extend my forgiveness. May all beings everywhere, whether near or far, whether known to me or unknown, be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. And so it is.
And so it is.
Amen. I invite you to bring your awareness back to your body, to your senses, to the atmosphere in the room. And when you're ready, open your eyes to re-enter the space. Welcome back. Are there any birthdays for the month of December? We've been trying to remember to do this, but okay. So we've got one birthday today. So Marcia's going to lead us in singing Happy Birthday.
Happy
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bob. Happy birthday to you. Many more. Thank you. And there's a carrot cake for dessert in there, so he gets his cake.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
my favorite.
And Italian ice cream.
Ooh, yum.
A couple of different kinds.
Oh, it's Italian. You said cayenne.
Okay, so we're going to close our time in conversation. We offer the opportunity for you to share of your financial good in support of the work that we do. If you're at home, you can go to our beautiful website, mysticheart.org, that Chris works so hard on all of the time, to use our donate button or to find your mailing address. We're an independent, self-sustaining organization, so we depend on your generous gifts of support. If you found value in our time together this morning, share the love. We also have a gracious giving program for those who'd like to make a heartfelt monthly commitment of support so that we can more effectively plan for our growth. As we support our Mystic Heart Gathering Place by joining in the sacred practice of circulation, let's listen to some Nickelback. And I dare you not to move.
Are you waiting on a lightning strike? Are you waiting for the perfect night? Are you waiting till the time is right? What are you waiting for? Don't you wanna learn to deal with fear? Don't you wanna take the wheel and steer? Don't you wait another minute here? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Gotta go and reach for the top. Believe in every dream that you got. You're only living once, so tell me, what are you waiting for? You know you gotta give it your all. And don't you be afraid if you fall. You're only living once, so tell me, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for the right excuse? Are you waiting for a sign to choose? While you're waiting, it's the time you lose. What are you waiting for? Don't you wanna spread your wings and fly? Don't you really wanna live your life? Don't you wanna love before you die? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Gotta go and reach for the top. Believe in every dream that you got. You're only living once, so tell me, what are you waiting for? You know you gotta give it your all. And don't you be afraid if you fall. You're only living once, so tell me, what are you waiting for? Tell me what you're waiting for. Show me what you're aiming for. What you gonna save it for? What you really waiting for? Tell me what you're waiting for. Show me what you're aiming for. What you gonna save it for? What you really waiting for? Everybody's gonna make mistakes, but everybody's got a choice to make. Everybody needs a leap of faith. When are you taking yours? What are you waiting for? You gotta go and reach for the top. Believe in every dream that you got. You're only living once, so tell me, what are you waiting for? You know you gotta give it your all. Don't you be afraid if you fall. You're only living once, so tell me, what are you waiting for? Gotta go and reach for the top. What are you waiting for? Believe in every dream that you got. What are you waiting for? You know you gotta give it your all. What are you waiting for? You're only living once, so tell me, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
Wow, that's great.
That was so fun, Lucinda. Just knowing that each of us has our own divine steps to take. That we're not waiting. That we're all, each of us, in our divine timing, becoming what we were sent here to be. Experiencing more joy, more love, more compassion, more kindness, more abundance. Because we were never separate from our good. We are always one with it. And we are always one with one another. So I'm so grateful for your gifts of time, talent, and treasure. So grateful for your community and your support. And your support to one another, cheering one another on as we take those next steps of growth and evolution as an individual, as a community, as a human race. Together we affirm this by saying, and so it is.
So it is.
And please stand for a closing song. Love be with you. Is Marsh running back in?
Yes.
That was good. It's like a slow-mo.
Most exercise I've had.
So Marsh, I don't know if Chris remembered to add music, so we are
Oh.
a cappella.
We're a cappella.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Lovely.
We'll sing with him.
Okay.
Grab an instrument or something.
All together, hand in hand, see the light, we take a stand, and we are changing. A whole new life for you and me. Take your past and set it free, and share this blessing. Love be with you, peace enfold you, spirit lift you, breathe it in. Truth come through you, may God flow to you. Let joy renew you till we meet again. Love be